Hey, it's me! How cool is that? I know. I don't think you care. Anyway guys, thank you for all the support that I've had very recently. I want to sit down today alongside my Freeman Guerrilla Warfare video that's going up tonight. If you've not seen it yet, please do. It is good banter. But nonetheless, I'm sitting down today to talk to you. This is for my core subscribers, and I just want to say thank you very much for the support you've been giving. The channel's been growing really nicely. I think it has been very much an entertaining time for me, and hopefully for you guys as well. I've enjoyed it so much, and it's coming into 2018 now, and I think it's time to try and boost the channel a little bit more. And to do this, I've started to branch off a bit more. You can see I've stopped doing just Mount & Blade content now. I've gone into different games, and people have really enjoyed that. It's really helped grow my channel, but I'm going to stay around the Mount & Blade, of course, coming back to it every now and then. Of course, Bannerlord coming out, Kingdom Come Deliverance, going to do a lot on that. Freeman Guerrilla Warfare, people love that. New Total War games, I haven't done too much Total War. It is a franchise that I've played pretty much every single one and love them all. I just haven't really recorded that many because they don't seem to get like the amount of views that people really like, and they don't seem to get all the likes and things. So it doesn't seem to be something you guys want, but I will try and go into more Total War to see what the sort of response is from you guys. But nonetheless, this is to talk to you about some more expansion. I've started a new podcast, if any of you guys didn't know. Probably most of you don't know. There'll be a link in the description to the podcast channel. It will also be on my recommended channels on the side. It's called the RGB Podcast, and on it, me and a couple of my mates, we talk about historical gaming. The first episode, we talk, for some reason, about North Korea. Don't even ask me why. Kingdom Come Deliverance, of course, we go into quite a bit about that and what it can really bring to the gaming industry in the future. We also talk a lot about films like Star Wars, upcoming films like Avengers Infinity War. If you're a massive nerd, just go and listen to the podcast. It's quite entertaining. I quite enjoy doing it. It's nice and therapeutic, and we can talk about pretty much anything, and I'm going to be getting on some cool guests very, very soon to the podcast. So if you're into nerdy things, if you're into historical gaming, which you probably would be if you subscribe to this channel, or if you're into films, if you're into, oh yeah, stupid news stories. I think we had one where a man who was pooing saw Donald Trump's face on the tiles on his floor, and minion thongs. I'm just going to leave you with the thought of minion thongs. And every week we do get a terrible game, and we talk about it and review it, and it's quite interesting. But so the podcast channel will be linked in the description, also the SoundCloud if you guys like to go and listen to it. The first episode is currently verifying on iTunes. It's not on iTunes at the moment. It might be by the time, but as I'm making this, it's still verifying, so it will be on iTunes at the moment, and once it's on iTunes, I'll put the link to that as well. And I think Google Play Store, I might see if I can get onto that. I don't know. But that's a podcast, and that's the first thing. Now, with that podcast, it brings up quite a lot of expenses for me. And this is something that I've held off from doing for quite a long time because I've not really needed it. But now I'm trying to expand the channel. I'm trying to make it into a bigger, more professional thing. I'm setting up a Patreon. And many people might not like that, but my core subscribers, if you think you feel like supporting me, helping me get better equipment for things like the podcast, I need new microphones, and of course, keeping this PC upgraded, and most importantly, really, although don't say this is the reason because I don't think Patreon, really like it if you do this. I want to do more stuff for you guys, giving away games. I also want to be able to keep this channel running for a long time. At the moment, it's my only job, and I want to keep it that way. I am going off to uni, hopefully next year. That is going to be very expensive, and I need to save up money for that as well. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do YouTube at all because I'll be full-time uni, and then I'll have to get a separate job if YouTube doesn't carry on, if it dies down or something like that. So this is really just for keeping the channel up and running for as long as possible and making the quality high for you. Of course, completely optional. You don't have to do it. As I'm saying this, I haven't actually set boundaries. Like, I'll probably only go as high as I'll put $1, maybe $5, $10. I don't want to go like up to $100 because no one I feel bad if someone gives me $100. It's a bit weird. But yeah, like I said, this is to just help out the channel. I've put off doing it for a long time because I've not really needed it, but now I think I'm moving on in life. I need some sort of income if I'm going to keep this going on, and it's kind of important, otherwise we might not be able to do it for forever, really. So thank you guys for watching this. If, like I said, podcast, I hope you guys go and listen to the podcast. It's quite entertaining. That's free to everyone. But actually, if you are a Patreon, you'll get things like getting the podcast maybe a day early. Actually, that will be one. You'll also get special rank on my Discord, and we'll also get you on as a guest on the podcast and in videos, which is really cool. I want to do some stuff with Patreons where we get people for videos and stuff, and there'll also be stuff about my life. Yes, I know. I mean, I don't know if about a face reveal yet. Maybe, actually, that might be quite... If you go and subscribe to my Patreon, there'll be more stuff about my life, really. There'll be more in real life stuff, and talking about streamings and things like that. There won't be too much exclusive content because I want to share it around to everyone. I don't want to put stuff behind a paywall because I know our YouTubers that do that, and it's a little bit... I don't know, it's kind of forcing people to pay for stuff, but little things like more about my real life, more about me, if you really care, getting the podcast a day early, maybe even getting a video a day early if I'm more prepared, because sometimes I get a video up and then I have to publish it straight away because I'm very late. If I get more organised, we'll do stuff like that, and you guys can be in videos and podcasts and things like that. So Patreon link will be down in the description. I know, I've been doing YouTube for 3 years and haven't needed to, but now I think it is time. I think I've got to that point where I need to. So thank you guys very much for watching podcast and Patreon, and stay around for more videos. I love you. Like, in a good way, not... How can you love someone in a bad way? Well, maybe if it's like underage love, that's sort of bad because it's paedophilia. But then at the same time, like, love is like... Age is just a... No, age is not a number when you're 50 and they're 3. Never mind. Let's move on.